Yo, what's going on YouTube gang? It's MLB DFS coming to you live and direct, here to give you my fave 5 plays for the early and main slate for today. Today is the 10th of August. I hope everybody's having an amazing weekend. Let's jump into it. Feel free to like the video, subscribe if you're new, or just supporting your boy, and press that bell icon so you always stay notified for new videos. Let's get into it, y'all. Going with my pitchers for today. I like both Mike Soroka and Spencer Turnbull in this play. We got Soroka going against Miami, Turnbull against the Royals. But Mike Soroka, great spot, heavily favorite play for Atlanta. They were a total disaster yesterday, but hopefully he can bounce back in this play. All right, there's a -240 for them in this favorite matchup against them. Ballpark upgrade, already know, Marlins Park. And he also averaged more fantasy points when away. All right, Miami's line averaged around 27 strike rate versus right-hand pitchers. And check him out, y'all. So in the past 2 games at Marlins Park, y'all, he has 49 fantasy points in both of those games this season. Definitely want to take a look at him in this play, y'all. 10,400 on DraftKings, but 9,000 a cheap play on FanDuel. Definitely give him a shot. Now going to the Spencer Turnbull side, now he's averaging 42 fantasy points in the past 3 games at home versus the Royals. So definitely take a look at that. The Royals line is also averaging around a 23 strike rate versus right-hand pitchers. Definitely good to know. He's been averaging around a 25.5 strike rate versus right-hand bats. He has a high ground ball percentage this month, but he's been cautious. This month he has averaged a 41% hard contact. But I think he's going to get an upside against the Royals in this play for today. He's too cheap to be ignored here. Looking at 8,000 on DraftKings, but 62,000 on FanDuel. So definitely give Spencer Turnbull a shot. Love this play on the early slate for him. All right, let's go to our catcher and first baseman positions for today. Now, first baseman, definitely give it back a shot to Freddie Freeman here. 1 for 2 going against Alcantara. He's horrible against lefties and he smashes righties. So hopefully with this Atlanta stack, we could definitely get him back on the roll in this play for today. Now, let's go back. Let's go back here. All right, now going with our catcher position, going back here, Brian McCann, 1 for 2 going against Alcantara with a 500 batting average, as well as he crushes righties, and Alcantara is horrible against righties and lefties. So in a good spot. He's too cheap to be ignored here at 2,500 on FanDuel, but you're looking about 3,800 on DraftKings. All right, another play you could go with is Sam Travis here going against Angels. Now the wind is blowing out right in his favor at 10 miles per hour, averaging 18 fantasy points in the past three games, and he has 2 home runs in the past 3 games as well. As you can see, 10, 22, 22 in the past 5 games. He's averaging a 394 ISO, a 411 WOBA versus left-hand pitchers, and he's back at Fenway Park, more known as a hitter-friendly park. And a great play for today, 3,500 on DraftKings, 2,900 on FanDuel. Is too cheap to be ignored here, so definitely love him in this spot for today. All right, now let's go to our second baseman for today. Now, we were talking about Soroka, but going to go with some savings here. I like Starlin Castro, man. He's 3 for 8 going against Soroka, 375 batting average. But he's been on a tear recently, y'all. In the past 2 games against Atlanta, he had a 31 and a 35 fantasy point game. Look, he tore up Keuchel, he tore up Tehran, man. So he's in a good play. He's just been hot against, they're not easy pitchers. So he's back with another favorable matchup. So in this play, going with a contrarian play, going against Soroka here, is Starlin Castro, averaging 33 fantasy points in the past 2 games, y'all. 3,300 is too cheap to be ignored here. Going against them at 3,300 on DraftKings, 2,200 on FanDuel. Is too cheap here, but he has good upside on a tear. All right, so let's go to our fourth play at shortstop. Going to go with the Detroit stack. All right, so I like Jordy Mercer here, 4 for 9, going against Montgomery with a home run with a 444 batting average. He's been on tear recently as well, so definitely check out Jordy Mercer here. All right, he has 2 home runs in the past 4 games. He has a 316 batting average, a 316 ISO, a 395 WOBA versus lefties. Going against Montgomery, who allows an average 240 batting average, a 351 WOBA, 178 ISO against righties. And let's see, Jordy Mercer averages a 444 ISO, a 499 WOBA versus Montgomery with a home run, 2 RBIs, a 444 batting average. Definitely like this play. All right, 3,400 on DraftKings, 2,500 on FanDuel. So definitely could look at a Detroit. You know, they're a GPP stack here, but I definitely love them in the spot for today. Going to our last play, definitely cannot fade JD Martinez in a great spot. 2 for 2 going against Heaney with a home run as well. He's been on a tear, y'all. He had 2 home runs recently, yesterday with a 63 fantasy point game. Wind is also blowing out in his favor, going out right, 10 miles per hour. He has a 591 batting average, 864 ISO, 808 WOBA in the past 20 starts versus lefties, and he averaged around a 4.2 fantasy points per plate appearance against left-hand pitchers. Perfect 3 for 3 going against Haney with the home run. So love this play for JD Martinez and a favorable matchup for Boston Red Sox stack. So definitely love him in this play. And he's 4,900, which is not bad knowing what he can do. 4,400 on FanDuel. Must plays for JD Martinez for today. All right, those are my favorite 5 with some bonus plays on the early slate. Let's jump into the main slate. All right, let's jump into the main slate. All right, let's go with my 2 pitchers for today. All right, now going with my first pitcher, I want to take a look at Chris Paddack here, going against Colorado. Now, they're not at Coors, so it's a good play for them today. So I definitely want to take a look at Chris Paddack in a good spot for today. Now, he's averaging 26.2 strike rate in the past 20 starts with a 9.5 strikes per 9 innings, averaging 31.3 fantasy points a game. All right, he has a 25% hard contact as well in the past month, and he's averaging more fantasy points at home. Now, check him out in his scoring. Now, he has like a 46 fantasy point game against the Diamondbacks. He had a 66 fantasy point game against the Mets. All right, that was in May. He had a 58 fantasy point game versus Seattle. He had a 49 fantasy point game against the Cardinals. So, like I said, he shows upside here. Like going against Colorado, they're not real dominant unless they're home, but he has a good spot for today against Colorado. Now, another play you go for is, let's go down to Reynaldo Lopez. All right, now going against Oakland, he averages 44.5 fantasy points in the past 2 games versus Oakland. As you can see, Oakland line is averaging a 21.8 strike rate versus right-hand pitchers. Now, the 43 fantasy point game at Oakland, that was recent. That was July 14th. And he's averaging 25.5 strike rate versus Oakland with only 2 runs in. So that's good to know. All right, against Oakland. Now, he's averaging 28.5 fantasy points a game in the past 20 starts, but he's so cheap that you can add some great bats here at 7,200 on DraftKings, 78 on FanDuel. So definitely take a look at Reynaldo Lopez. If you really want to go real cheap, let's see, you could go down like to Kenta Maeda. You know, he's 30 for 96 at bats against Diamondbacks. He's 6,700 on FanDuel, but looking about 7,500 on DraftKings. But nonetheless, he's in a good spot. He's averaging 36 fantasy points in the past 2 games versus Arizona, as you can see here. All right, but he's averaging 32.9 strike rate, all right, versus right-hand bats. And he's averaging more fantasy points at home, averaging 34.5 fantasy points in 8 home games. This is a ballpark upgrade at Dodger Stadium. So he's more of a GPP play, but I really feel no one's going to really be looking at him. So Kenta Maeda is in a good spot for today at a cheap spot, cheap play for today. Now, let's go to our first baseman position. Definitely want to take a look at Pete Alonso, man, 4-for-11 going against Corbin, 364 batting average with a home run. I like this stack for Mets for today against Washington. He's in a great play for today. He had a 22 last game against Washington. Back at it with another great play. He had 4 home runs in the past 4 games, averaging 22.7 fantasy points in the past 4 games. Like I said, he's having a 364 batting average versus Corbin. With the home run, he has a 455 ISO, a 504 WOBA versus Corbin as well. Great play for today for him. 4,400 on DraftKings, 38 on FanDuel. Now, if you want to go for another play, more of a GPP, I like Paul Goldschmidt here. 5 for 10 going against Musgrove with the home run. You know, he hasn't been doing well recently, but I like this play going against Pittsburgh. As you can see, he balls out on Pittsburgh. 13 last game, 25, 32, 22, another 32 fantasy point game against Pittsburgh. Paul Goldschmidt in a smashing spot. 8 home runs and 19 RBIs, all were against right-hand pitchers in the past 20 games, with the 500 batting average against Musgrove, with the home run and 3 RBIs against him, with a 400 ISO, a 633 WOBA. Paul Goldschmidt in a smashing play for today. All right, as you can see, 4,000 on DraftKings, 36 on FanDuel. All right, now let's go to our next play. All right, going to the second baseman position. Let's go back to the well with my man Keston here. All right, 64% advantage play going against Pedro Piano. Now, he's horrible against righties, and you already know how Keston is against righties. He smashes righties with a 1.035 OPS. Definitely take a look at him. He's too cheap on FanDuel at 3,700. He's 1,200 more on DraftKings at 4,900. But I like Keston here in this play for today. Just came off a 53 fantasy point game recently. He's averaging 34 fantasy points in the past 2 games, 2 home runs versus Pittsburgh recently with that 53 fantasy point game. All right, he had a 340 batting average, a 380 ISO, a 472 WOBA versus right-hand pitchers. He's averaging 21 fantasy points in 4 big favorable games. This is a 5.6 implied run total for Milwaukee in this play for today. So definitely take a look at Keston here in a great play. Of course, if you want to go with Houston, you could go with Jose Altuve. But nonetheless, if you want to get a cheaper play, I definitely like Keston in this play by second baseman. All right, now let's go to our third baseman. All right, this guy's been on a tear lately. Definitely want to take a look at Jose Ramirez. Now, he's only 5 for 20 going against Odorizzi, but he has 3 home runs in the past 20 at-bats against him. All right, but he's been on a tear, y'all. Take a look at him, man. Been smashing, averaging 28.9 fantasy points in the past 4 games, 2 home runs, 2 stolen bases in that span as well, averaging 27 fantasy points in the past 2 games versus Minnesota. As you can see, he had a 31 and a 26 in the past 2. All right, so he's in a tear mode right now against the Twins right now. Even though he has a 250 batting average against Odorizzi, he does have a stolen base against him, averaging a 450 ISO, a 427 WOBA against Odorizzi. So definitely take a look at Jose Ramirez in this play at 4,300. 35 is too cheap on FanDuel, so definitely take a look at him in this play. All right, let's go to our last play for today. Definitely take a look at outfielder. I'm gonna go down this list. I'm gonna go down to Nicholas Castellanos. All right, because he's been doing damage with his new squad with the Cubs, going against Sonny Gray here. He has 3 for 6, 500 batting average, and he has 1 double, 1 single, and 1 triple against him. But as you can see, he's been smashing in the past 2 games against Cincinnati. Definitely take a look at him here, man. It's 22 and 47 in the past 2 games. I like him in this play. It's too cheap. 3,400 on FanDuel, 4,300 on DraftKings. He has 3 home runs in the past 2 games versus the Reds, averaging 34.2 fantasy points in the past 2 games. 3 home runs out of 5 were against right-hand pitchers in the past 20 games. But as you know, he's been balling recently, y'all. So he has a 500 batting average against Gray, a 500 ISO, a 643 WOBA against Gray. smashing well with his new squad. So definitely take a look at him at this spot. So definitely want to look at some cheap plays. So if you want to add in some great bats with Houston, you can get some great plays with this cheap with some cheap guys as well. Let's go down this list. I want to target, if I can find him, I like Dexter Fowler here as well. All right, so let me go to Dexter. I don't know if I can find him, but we want to try to find him. There he is. Dexter Fowler going against Musgrove as well. 2,900 is too cheap on FanDuel. You know, he's looking at 3,600 on DraftKings. 22% advantage play against switch hitters, man. So definitely like him here. He has a home run against him as well. 455 at batted average against him. He had a 15 fantasy point game yesterday, but going against Musgrove, he has a home run, 455 batting average, 6 RBIs against Musgrove, a 636 ISO, a 559 WOBA versus him as well. Too cheap here, knowing his upside. So that's my upside play at outfielder. All right, if you like my plays, definitely give a thumbs up for the early slate and main slate. As you can see, using draft dashboard tools in the link in my description. If you want access to my player pool, all you have to do is click on the link in my description. Sign up is only $1 for 30 days. You can do a lot for $1, so why not cash? Click on the menu bar once you sign up, have access to your top players, your MLB cheat sheet, your position optimizer, your sleepers, your studs. Click on your watch players. You have access to my plays. Click on MLB DFS picks button up top for my plays for either DraftKings or FanDuel. So I love y'all, man. Y'all collect that bag for today. It's MLB DFS. Y'all have an amazing weekend. I love y'all. Y'all collect that bag, all right? And I'll see y'all in the next video.